Evening.
You here with all your buddies?
Yep.
All your friends? Gotcha.
Everybody's like last minute all the time.
Hey, I'm gonna send out something. I just wanted to tell you, I like face-to-face.
Same.
I will be sending out an email about the annual Christmas lunch. I'm just telling you in advance. It's going to be on the 11th, which is on Thursday
Okay.
of December. And just send me back how many's going to be attending, because I've got to get a number too.
Sure. Okay.
You
Yeah.
know, it's like anything else. You don't want to overspend if people aren't going to come, but you also want to have the food.
Enough for people. Yeah, I follow. I get it.
Exactly.
Right on.
Thank you.
No problem. Have a good evening and a good holiday.
I appreciate that. You too.
Welcome.
What the hell?
I'm always amazed by how late everybody gets here for this stuff.
Back in my day, that didn't used to be acceptable.
No.
I mean, you should,
Yeah. Miss Landry, my high school band teacher. To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late.
Martha Landry?
Mm-hmm.
She was elementary, just like the very first music class you ever take.
Oh, yeah.
Recorder.
Oh, yeah.
Recorder.
Yeah. No, Martha, because she was the band teacher, my dad was a choir teacher. She actually started me on trumpet lessons when I was in like 10 years old, 5th grade stuff. So yeah, I've known her a long time. But yeah, that was the adage she gave us in band in high school. Because like if rehearsal starts at 5:30, like you need to get there, get your instrument out, get into your seat, be ready to go.
Yeah. I think we're among the few nowadays.
I know. I agree.
They think that means that if it starts at 5:30, you leave the house at 5:30.
No.
Grab some Mickey D's on the way, and
Right. Yeah.
then get your papers organized once you get there.
Have a good afternoon off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Want some couch time.
Very nice. I did a back and abs workout, but it was half-assed. My brain wasn't in it.
Better than that.
Yeah.
It's always better than that.
Hey, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Doing good. How's it going?
Not too bad.
Are you getting better every day?
My foot's doing really well. I made it my job to like, I was doing 2 times a day, heating pad, and then ice, and then also elevation.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
it must have worked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I'm definitely better.
Yeah. He went to the doctor, got cleared of restrictions, so he's like,
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
so
nice.
Yeah.
off restrictions.
I don't think I really followed doctor's orders until, like, I had a stent put in one of my arteries around my heart. And it's
Mhm.
like, I should probably listen more closely this time.
right, yeah. When you're dealing with the heart, man, whatever you
Yeah,
say, I'll
yeah.
do it.
So that's kind of worked out for me since then.
I actually had a job when we were sewing those stints for
Oh,
Cook
did you?
Medical over in Bloomington.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. It was
Ah.
kind of fun, but factory tedious work at the
Yeah,
same time. But
uh-huh.
It was interesting. I never did anything like that.
Yeah. It's, when you see those things, you're like, they're going to put this in a person?
Right? Yeah. They were so precise. I remember, like, the threads had to be like half a millimeter from here. Just very, very precise.
Mm-hmm.
Evening, Avis.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Hi, hello. How are you, Isaac?
No, all right.
You look a little shaved up.
Yeah, I did get kind of trimmed down. Yeah. Sometimes I do a reset.
Okay.
The beard will be back.
By winter, once it really hits. I think it's supposed to maybe snow, is what I've heard.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I think,
I don't know if you need all this.
Oh, yeah.
I think the signature page might be in there, but
Does it feel any warmer? Like when you have facial
I
hair?
don't really describe that. People say your face is warmer or colder. I've never really noticed the difference. I don't think it does.
I don't know if it feels warmer, but after I shave, it does feel colder. I know that. I definitely noticed that.
Do you slap, do
Bare
you,
skin itself.
Yeah.
do you slap the stuff on?
Yeah,
your
the
face?
aftershave,
Yeah, okay.
get that good burn going.
I only know from Home Alone. Like when I,
Oh, yeah, right. They probably use that Aqua Velva or something from the 70s.
oh, these are, okay, individual packets. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I have a few different things in there for this one. Just like that. No, Kristen's not coming. I don't know about Jennifer or Samantha.
I think they were planning on it, but
I think
we can
Kristen's
make
on
this
Hulu.
one our signature page for October minutes.
Alex did bring up, he was coming from Columbus, so he was gonna be
Okay.
down to the wire.
Gotcha.
I think I put that in every packet that I printed out, but I was on a roll.
Well, all of them. Hello.
Hello.
Is your sister your twin?
Twin?
Your twin? No, you're
but
not.
thank you.
Oh my gosh, no, you look like twins. Wow. And your haircut's cute.
Thank you.
Yeah, you did a chop.
Thank you.
Seth,
Yes.
and you can let me know if this is too personal, but do you replace anything at Thanksgiving for the turkey?
We usually just like, sometimes you know, we do like traditional, do Mexican or
Oh,
like
heck
sushi,
yeah.
just something,
Okay.
whatever we want. We are like fake meat things you can get that resembles the turkey, but we just make our own stuff. Just-
Okay. Yeah, if you could just find the like driest vegetable, that's pretty equivalent to a turkey, I think.
And we've been vegan so long, it's more about just finding your own meals and trying to find substitutes, you know,
Mhm.
like,
Yes, I remember just all the supplements that I would like take. Just nutrients and stuff whenever I was vegan. We'll give Sam like maybe 5 minutes to dwindle in, if that's
Okay.
okay. Oh. Hello.
Started to pull my shoes up, stoplight coming in. So I haven't tried these shoes in about a year, so I'm not gonna start now.
You don't have
Talk to each other.
Oh,
These, I just slip them on.
It's just so close here.
Go, they're just that kind of like
my shoelaces would be too long,
shoes.
I think.
hey, Alex?
We had got her cast off 2 weeks ago. She got,
I didn't realize she was in it.
oh yeah, she broke her arm the last day of volleyball. Yeah, and then she got a concussion last
Thank
Wednesday.
you.
She
You're welcome.
played basketball for a week and a half and got a concussion.
Oh my gosh.
So she's back out again. It's crazy. I know, it's always something. That's why I thought it was her calling me.
Is the thing for the streaming, is
What's
that,
that?
the thing for the streaming, is that,
I just gotta hit 2 buttons whenever we're ready.
oh, okay, cool. Okay. Okay, I'll give like 1 more minute just in case we have any additional guests. There's that phone.
Okay.
Thank you for doing that.
Does Kristen collect this after the fact, or?
Yeah, receiving his bike.
Does Kristen keep
The
that or
signature?
you,
Well,
Seth?
everything in one big
So
binder,
it
like,
hit her at the end of her
Okay.
hand, like when she went to
each
get
one
it,
I
it
had
hit her here,
notes,
hyper
everything.
and so actually the tendon.
Well, I may
broke her
have
bone. Instead of
stolen,
the tendon.
or not stolen, I may have
tearing,
kept
The
last time.
tendon.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Oh, that's for April, sorry, that's just one Kristen had.
So she was in the house for a month.
That's just one
Yeah,
Kristen
she
gave me,
was-
sorry.
She was still in the splint. She split for 2 weeks. She was still in the splint when she got a concussion last Wednesday.
Okay, we'll go ahead and begin the meeting at 5:32.
Let me,
Oh, sorry,
I'm just like, what next?
I mean, after the 2 buttons are pushed.
all right, I believe we're good to go.
Okay. We'll start off with taking attendance. Bill, are you here?
Here?
Sam, are you here?
Yes.
Jennifer, are you here?
Yes.
And Avis is here with the absence of Kristen. Everyone had a chance to look over the meeting minutes and got those signed. They are available online and updated if you guys are ever interested in those as well. We'll take a chance to approve the meeting minutes if someone wants to make a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Sam makes a motion. Bill seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
We'll move on to old businesses. The first on the list is bonuses. Do you want me to take off from, do you have anything, any news on that?
I submitted everything to Amy Jump, and then I
Sweet.
gave her all the paperwork, all the communication we have, the minutes where it was approved. I gave that to her about 2.5 weeks ago. She said that was right after she submitted it. She's like, probably not that one, hopefully the next one. But Isaac was telling me that was this past Friday, and they still haven't received anything, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Okay.
So,
Is there any chance you could follow up on that to see if it will be done for the next pay period? What is that? It's next week? Next Friday would
I
be the?
submitted next Monday and then next Friday, yeah. So the 5th would be when we get paid next.
Okay, was there any communication on what the hindrance was there?
No, the last I heard, like I was telling the guys, I submitted it, gave everything to Amy, she said that sounds good. Then I just happened to cross paths with Sarah Abel a few days later, and she's like, I got all the information, said she had to go to the council. I'm like, if you need any more documentation, let me know. And then I haven't heard anything. So I was kind of telling them, I was hoping they would have got it last Friday, because I was under the impression, no news, good news type thing, everything went through, and I hadn't. So I think I left Sarah a voicemail today, I think. But yeah, that's my plan to look into it to see, because I want it resolved by the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Not that it
Certainly.
has to because it's coming out of non-reverting, but still, I just want that checked off my
It'd be nice
list.
and neat.
Yeah, so that's where we stand right now.
Okay, but they are in contact with you, or has it just been like you having to reach out about it, or?
Oh, me reaching out, like I said, I dropped everything off past Sarah in the hallway, and that's the last I've heard of it, so.
Okay. I'm sure end of the year stuff is just crazy for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't have time to reach out, I certainly will, just to make sure.
I mean,
For
if you
sure
want to,
that's
it's fine, it's on my list to do next week when we get back in the office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anyone else have anything on the matter of the bonuses? Okay, we'll move on to the master plan, and unfortunately, Kristen is not here. She had a lot of information on that. Did you happen to get an email from
Yeah,
Kristen
she
on that? Awesome.
communicated with me.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Did you have any questions about that, or anything you wanted us to hit hard on there, or?
Pretty much, I was hoping like over the next month or so, figure out who we want to speak to work on it. I went and spoke with HWC, tried to get some information, but it was kind of last minute. They said they might be able to give me some like bullet points or broad pricing by the day, but that didn't happen again. I wasn't expecting them to. Really just need to, like, so I have HWC, Kristen gave me a couple other firms out of Indy, in the court. Taylor, Sefter Williams Design, and also Rundle Erstberger Associates out of Indy. So those are 2 options. So I think right now we need to figure out like price points, what we want to spend, and like, I wrote down a few so in this packet, like, let's see. Yeah, price point and then just bullet points, what we want. So I kind of came up with master plan thoughts. I have like bullet point list of upgrades to do to different parts. And then the last sheet is kind of just like a generic outline of the master plan. so, to get the master plan in place. So, I figured in November, we can determine the price limit, projects we prioritize, and then figure out what firm we want to go with, and hopefully get something selected by January, so then we can pass next November, and then in 2027 be available. Which, on a bright note, everybody I've spoken with, like, there is zero money right now, so we're honestly not missing out on anything. Like, there's no money for grants, it's just not happening right now.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm hoping to hear back from HWC. I kind of like going with them because they are local. I have an office here in town, so I can go see somebody in face if need be. Also, they did the city parks, so they're familiar with the area. And when I spoke with him, they were reluctant to give me a number. And like I told them, I'm not looking, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm not looking for like 5-star gold tier, all the bells and whistles. I really just want bare minimum package, check off all those bullet points for the DNR, so we pass, and like that's all we're looking for. So they still said that could be $50,000, $60,000, it just depends. So I haven't heard back.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm hoping I can talk to these different firms. I don't, like I said, HWC was reluctant to give me a price. So I don't know if you want me to reach out to the other firms to see if they can give me a ballpark figure, and then in January we get back together, we can discuss that, and then go forth from there. Yeah. Any questions? I know I'm kind of rambling about it, but
You're fine.
I feel like if we're not pressed at this point we see what HWC can work out through that conversation.
Okay.
And then if we're don't agree with that, then we start reaching out.
Sure.
Since there's no money available.
Yeah. So when you talk to them, hopefully we, might work with other firms as well, but, sign the agreement in January. They said it'll be like 2 months of them planning, searching fields, then do like community outreach stuff, surveys, stuff like that, and hopefully get everything in place by next November. And I double checked with them, the gentleman I spoke with had done like 7 or 8 park master plans. And I even double checked, like it's assumed, but like guaranteed will pass the DNR. He's like, oh yeah, we never submit anything that doesn't pass DNR standards, so, yeah. And along with master plan, I did track down the physical copy of last year's, and then I also have, not last year's, but the last master plan here, and then I had a digital copy of the last one and the one before. So if anybody wants access, I have all that here.
Wow, you have like found the golden egg.
Yeah, well, the last one, like I said, I had all the files, but it was like 40, 50 different files on the computer. Kristen reached out to the Fishville, she did some work on it, or I forget the ties to it, but she gave me access to the digital version all in one file. So, yeah, kind of consolidate everything, makes it a little bit easier. So.
Looking at that, did you feel like there were a lot of tweaks you wanted to make, or you feel like it was at least a good ground?
To the last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you looked at the master plan ideas and thoughts, I kind of put grades, initials by the things I carried over from his ideas, and then new stuff that I wanted to add, and then also things that I think are high priority once we get approved.
Okay.
So,
Well, nice. Well, at least you have something to go off a little bit if it comes to us all having to put our brains together to figure out a master plan. Yeah, I think HWC sounds great. I think it would be definitely beneficial to you to have an office to run to.
yeah.
You know, especially as potentially you being able to do the master plan. I mean, I don't know what it entails in the sense of if you can just see it once and maybe learn how to do one throughout the year. I don't know. That might be
I mean, I'm just
ambitious.
one, like, for the next 5 years, you need to hire a firm.
Oh,
to take
yes.
care of it. Yeah.
Yes.
And then go from there. And I like the idea of having a professional come in, like, they're thorough, they even say, they'll walk all the acres of both properties, like, take inventory. So, I think it's the best idea to have a professional do it, so we have an actual game plan going forward, like, professional, for lack of better terms.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, and you guys were all able to access the master plan that Kristen sent us, or at least have the
Yes.
email to where it includes that?
Mhm.
Okay, good. And you have that as well, Seth?
Yeah, that's what I got copied here. I didn't know you guys had access to, so that's why I brought it in jump drive, just in case.
Yes, we do have that.
Okay.
Any comments on the master plan? Any questions?
I feel like there's a start. I like, the bullet list and the items, so, just get
Yes, thank you for like the check boxing. This is very well laid out. Thank you.
And that's just a rough pass, you know, again, I'll discuss it with them, you know, what they think's priorities.
Yes.
So, just to be clarified going forward, like, just kind of wait and see what we hear from HWC. Do you want me to try to reach out to those other two firms in Indy? They both, when I did some research, both have offices in Indy and Louisville, but that's still an hour away. I really hope we can make something work with HWC, just because the face-to-face stuff and they're local, I think, yeah, so. But do you want me to reach out to anybody else?
My only thing about reaching out is if we ever have to approach for additional funds, I think that the council appreciates having options.
Yeah, well, with any other, I'm sorry, but like with other bids, they always want 3 options to compare with.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. I know it's probably busy work because HWC would just be the best option in terms of they're familiar with this area. They, like you said, they have an office here. I think communicating with them and things would just be probably easiest for you to go with them. I just think that if we, like I said, ask for additional funding, they just will want us to have shopped around prior to going and doing that. And then there's, you know, if there's any potential to have, you know, an extremely lower cost of doing that, hopefully with the same quality,
Yeah.
you know, is my other thought. And if, yeah, if you just want to reach out to one other one, Seth, I mean,
Yeah,
I think
I
that
can at
would be
least call
good.
and get some information.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you mentioned like getting funding from the council.
Yes.
In my head, I just want to clarify, because in my head, I always thought we would pay for it out of non-reverting, use our own budget, or is that something we would reach out to council to see if they would pay for that?
So again, to kind of revert back to the conversation that you had one separately and I had one separately with someone about what does the park need, what additions can we make to the park, kind of reaching into that, where they realized they had some extra money and were kind of offering it to us. And you know, a council member was very impressed with the park and things like that. And I would like to dip our hands in that if there's any.
Again, I think I
Potential.
mentioned last meeting, when I spoke to that individual about that, he referred to, or they referred to our non-reverting. So I don't know if there's actual more funding anywhere, or they're just saying, hey, you got all this non-reverting, use it. So I'm just not sure what that means, so, yeah.
Yes, well, lucky for me is I keep my voicemails. So, and now they translate on iPhones.
Nice.
So, yes, and that it will, in that voicemail, it was not non-reverting money.
Okay,
So that's just why I'm saying if there is
Awesome.
still that opportunity,
that's
it would be
fantastic.
great to use it for
For
the
that.
mass, yeah.
Yeah,
It
no,
would
I
be
agree.
great, a great investment to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that, so.
Okay.
Well, I guess trying to determine a price limit, like, I have no idea, right? Like,
I don't
we're
either.
all in the same boat, like, not
Right,
knowing what even is typical. I don't even know.
I don't think
honestly.
they knew that we were paying 10,000 for the previous director to do the master plan. I really
And that's
don't
what I was wondering. I
think-
didn't know if it was 10 or 12. Like, I couldn't remember what that was.
Ten.
Or maybe getting the other option, or quotes from the others to see, might be nice to have,
Yeah.
to compare some numbers when.
Yeah, if they will give me numbers, like I
Right,
said, you know,
that's true.
and also we could set a price point, but maybe they can't agree to that, you know, like, if we only had 40, they're like, no, we can't do it for anything less than 60, I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
And we
have
just
the
need to know
information.
for
Yeah.
future, like, to work that into our budget. We will need to set aside this much
yeah,
for every 5 years to pay for that master plan.
Mhm.
I can't imagine it being easy, so.
no, like when I spoke to HWC, I mentioned how Greg did it for 10,000, he was like, that's utterly ridiculous, like, I'm impressed he got that done and did it for that amount, he's like, that's insanely cheap, and, yeah.
And I didn't even look past wise to see how much was being spent for that master plan. I can't imagine him having changed or increased it as time went on too,
Yeah.
so, you know, I think we're gonna need a good, estimate so that we can include that in our budget.
Yeah,
Just to give some reference there, I called the DNR and asked them just a few questions about it. There's a county in northern Indiana that paid $125,000 for theirs,
Wow.
and it failed, but when they sent it in, it failed. They had to
Oh,
redo it.
wow.
So the these can get really, really pricey.
May that not find us.
Yeah.
that's
And I
why
wonder,
also
I wonder what
asking-
the city paid. Did we ever ask that question? Like what they
I
ended
don't
up having
know.
to pay for theirs? I mean, I think I can probably figure it out.
We might have a bit of a connection
I'll
there.
go ask my connection, but I don't know what they paid. It'd be, because they did a way, I mean, that's
I feel like
much
they're
more
way
in depth,
involved,
right?
yes.
You've got
Yeah, I
all the
thought so,
parks and
too.
rec, like all the recreation parts of that. That's I would think that would be like 5 times what we needed.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
in our park, there are a few similar parks nearby. I mean, we are a very unique park, but
Yeah.
environmentally, I mean, I just think it'll be a lot of work to know what we can and can't do and what needs to be worked in there and what not. So, yeah, I would be curious what the city paid, but it is such a different park. We're set up
Yeah.
so differently.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, it's definitely not apples to apples, like, you know, we don't need all the bells and whistles for the plan, but our properties are much larger, we have much more acreage, so, you know,
Mhm.
that factors in as well,
Mhm.
so.
Yes. Any questions, comments, or concerns about the master plan? We will check back with Seth to see about quotes. And then hopefully maybe we can just do our homework to really look into that master plan. That way, next time we see him, we can make any comments on that, because I think that would be helpful. Okay, moving on to Walnut Grove Schoolhouse repair. Seth, is that pretty much in your director's report?
Yeah, these are all, I included all of them, Director.
Okay.
And, Kristen always reaches out, I just tell her the main things that we have to,
Okay.
you know, figure out for the evening.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, go ahead. We'll just wait on that one to do your director's report. Is there any new business? Did anyone have anything?
No, other than I don't see it on here and I didn't think about it like other members, because this is technically, like I have one more meeting.
When is your meeting?
No, like I'm done at the beginning of the year.
So do you attend the January meeting?
No, are we doing the December meet? Are we doing the December?
I
Or
don't think
skipping?
It as well.
Okay, I'll try to make this quick and easy. Starting off, I kind of discussed earlier before the meeting started, Isaac's heel is getting much better. He went back to the doctor, he's cleared of any restrictions. You know, he's still in pain from time to time, so we're not pushing him too hard, but you can't get around without a cane now, so that's fantastic. Moving forward with office administration issues, we've already touched on bonuses, so I don't need to talk about that. The next one was Rosita Fast Horse Dryden. She owns the property across the river from Vinegar Mill. I think sometime last year, Greg had us put up, not last year, 2 years, put up signs saying the other side is private property. Those signs aren't everywhere, but she came in, she's very upset about people trespassing her side of the property. I told her I'm happy to discuss with you guys, maybe get a sign. Before we put signs in every kiosk all over the park, I don't think that's necessary. I feel like we just have one kind of down where the no climbing sign is down there, just something at the bottom of the steps, because that's where people are going to access the river. So I think we get a sign down there saying opposite side, private property. I mean, I think that's all we can do. I don't know how much more I can do to enforce it or maintain that. I think just a sign down there is the best option. So,
Yes, I remember having this on an agenda before.
Was that her though?
Yeah.
I was thinking it
Yes.
was like, because the person before was like I have a gun and I'll let it, I'm
No,
like, what?
this is the same person.
yeah,
And she
mentioned that
means
too.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm
good luck,
like,
I didn't have my 22 on me.
She means business. Honestly, I would really direct her to go to like the county council or something, because one, our park cannot control people. If we could, we would
Yeah.
not have as much vandalism and, you know, things like that. There, aside from putting up signs, I mean, we can't just establish security down there with a camera or anything. I mean, it just wouldn't be doable, and it would be pointing at her property, which is a
Yeah.
big no-no if it's
Yeah.
coming from our side. My recommendation to her would just be get security cameras of some sort to protect her property.
Yeah, she said DNR said she needs to paint all her trees purple, because I guess I was not
That
aware
is,
that purple means private.
yes, a lot of times they'll just have you tie like a red,
Does she have signs or anything?
Not that I know of.
I'm not sure.
So like, to me,
That's weird.
She will just have people, like people will just camp on her property. I mean, that does actually happen. She'll just find tents. She's a fireball of a little lady, but she
But
has.
why would she not have signs?
She might. I
She,
just think
she,
about-
now I do think she has a single sign. I think there is one sign. And I think they may have done red tape before, I can't or purple tape before. But that's just not something, we can't surveillance that area or
Yeah.
anything. I mean, and if it's happening on her side,
That's her, like, I feel like,
It's-
whatever she needs to do on her side, that she can put signs, do the
Mhm.
purple, like, there's nothing we can do from our side,
No.
you know, like,
you could see if she wants to contract one of you out to like stake out and maybe for like $1 million a year, that
Does she
might
think
work.
they're like coming down and like wading the river to go? That's weird. Like, who would do that?
yeah, I mean, we just don't have.
I-
People would do it, I mean, for sure.
Oh,
I could see a sign at the end of our property, so that way when a person,
Yeah,
like,
that-
literally beyond this, you are gonna.
If that would be on her property,
That's essentially where we had it, was right on the river.
Mhm.
because our property, to my knowledge, when I looked at the GIS, like, the river is public property, you know,
Mhm.
people can access that, and ours stops right there on the shore, hers begins on the other shore, so, do you want me to look into a sign on our side at the bottom of the stairs?
I don't think a sign's going to make a huge difference. That's just my opinion on that. I don't think it'll add to anything. I think potentially it could just get ruined, something
Yeah.
either vandalized or environmental impact doing something there. If she comes to you again, I would just direct her to go to county council and see if they can help out, because I hate that that's happening to her.
Yeah, no, I told her, I live on the Muscatatuck River myself, and I have issues with people coming on my property, so I told her, I sympathize, I totally get it,
Mhm.
but again, there's not much I can actually do from the park's perspective, because,
No.
yeah.
Hopefully trail cameras or something
Yeah,
would
I mean,
help
on
her.
side, like, so
Yeah,
she
yeah,
can
yeah,
process
yes, yes,
anything,
yes.
Yeah, so,
and I think if it gets like a dangerous situation, then she's gotta contact law enforcement on her own,
Yes.
right,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
rather than take action.
I just know we can't surveillance her property from ours.
sure,
So
sure.
I wish we could just do cameras and make it very simple and easy for her if they are coming from our park to hers, but you definitely cannot do that.
Okay, so if I speak to her again, I'll tell her she needs to do signage or whatever she wants to her side, or go to the council, and go
Yeah.
from there. Gotcha, okay. And she did say she'd be here tonight, so that's why I put it on here, but I guess either she forgot or decided not to.
I thought she had, did she come to the meeting?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought, yeah, yeah. That stinks that it's still happening to her.
I think it'll always happen. Like,
It
people
will.
have no
You can't-
boundaries, right? Like,
No.
when we lived in Vernon, people came in my yard and used my sleds to go down my hill.
Oh, yeah, no, I had someone
And I'm
pull a camper into my house.
Like,
when
I
it
had
used to
like
be
6
old
people in my
campground.
backyard, and we used to live like, we had a great hill, right? We lived back by the, next to the river by the Vernon Gym. So you could go at that point, you could go from the top of that hill all the way down to the river. Like, it was a great hill. I looked out, there were 6 people sledding in my backyard on my sleds. I lost my mind. Like, I went out, I was some kind of crazy woman. They hit me on a wrong day. And she was like, we always sled right here. And I go, you want me to swim in your pool? Get out!
Just because you always did it doesn't mean it's correct.
Yeah, well, yeah, like, you hit my tree and get hurt. Like, you're gonna sue me.
Yeah, and that's our concern on our property too, you know, like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
you know, public does what the public wants.
That's
Yeah,
right.
so weird.
So right.
Okay, moving on, nothing more update here really, other than the bench down at Vinegar Mill. They poured the pad a couple weeks ago, and I got an email from Brad on Monday saying the bench has arrived, and they were hoping to install this week. I don't think they did, excuse me about that.
No, very Elton John of you, but you're fine.
So the bench has arrived, I'm not sure when they're gonna install it, so we're working on that. And then next up, I did want to discuss board members. So Samantha, you are done
I-
at Fisher?
I am. And I had text back and forth with Ellie like probably 3 months ago.
Okay.
Like, and she was like, okay, thanks, for letting me know, since she was who put me on the board, but then I have not heard from her since then.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't mind texting her again and being like, hey.
So I can reach out to her and let her know you're.
Yes, she
now
knows.
We need her to appoint another member.
And she knew.
And
Jennifer, where do you stand? I know
I'm
you
in
kind
the same position. I had contacted Matt Sporleader a little while ago too, a couple months at least.
Okay,
Um,
gotcha.
To let
You
him know.
were commissioner. so
Commissioner. Mm-hmm.
I'll reach out to one of them as well and go from there.
Thanks.
I know Kristen mentions she is staying on the board in our email or text, I can't remember.
Yeah, she
And then
said
Bill,
she was-
you're staying.
I will take it year to year. Yep.
There we go. And Avis is leaving. I will not be a resident of James County soon.
Oh.
So,
Okay,
yes.
dang,
Yeah, well, had to put in a couple protection orders this past weekend, so
gotcha.
it's time for me to go.
So your council, okay.
Yes. And
All three.
and my appointment does need to be Democrat specific.
Gotcha.
I know for that one. I'm not sure on Sam and Jennifer's. I'm not sure if yours has to be party affiliated, but I do know that my position does.
Gotcha.
And that will need to be announced to, the council will probably want to confirm that. So if you or Bill or Kristen, I can send a text there whenever they appoint someone at that meeting, because Sam went to the meeting for my appointment way back when. So it will need to be Bill, Kristen, or Seth can do that maybe?
I think Seth can do it.
You think Seth can do it? Okay. You'll just have to go to a council meeting because they will have to approve or,
I mean, they really literally had no, like,
okay, Sam, chill out. They wanted me first.
they
off.
didn't
We'll
know,
put that
they
in the-
wanted you, they just didn't know you,
Yeah.
right? Like, they took our
Yeah.
suggestion. I'm like, listen, we have someone, she's perfect, she blah, blah, blah. And they were like, sounds great, perfect. It's not like that, but I'm just saying, like, they don't take any time looking into anything. So if you want someone who you know is gonna do a good job, it's kind of good to look for your own people. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Someone who will do a really good job. And I can maybe shoot the email for you, but Kristen made up an awesome list of like really awesome candidates for that,
Okay.
people who would be very willing and who I think would do a phenomenal job and make a great addition to this board.
So is this your last meeting as well, or will you be in
This-
January?
This is my last meeting. Yes,
Okay,
I closed on my house Friday, so.
gotcha. So, okay, so I need to reach out to the council, the commissioner, and the judge.
Well,
Sorry, Seth.
I will do my. I don't know if you need to. I don't know that you need to.
Well, I need to appoint them.
Like, to get someone, like, hey, give me someone.
Yeah.
I'll still reach out to all three, let them know, like, here's what's going on, and just kind of put the ball in their court, like, tell me what you need me to do next, and then go from there.
Yes, I will get that email sent over to you with just, or I may just copy and paste the list of people that Kristen had, and I'm sure she has the contact information for those people too, if you
Okay.
wanted to reach out. With not having a meeting in December, that gives a little time to be able to do that in their either December meeting or January meeting before the next park board meeting.
Gotcha. Well, thank you guys for working with us and your service. Before we go on, I just want to say thank you.
Yeah.
Best of luck in the future. And thanks
Thank
for
Thanks, you made
been-
it easy.
It's been
Seth.
mostly fun lately.
It's been very fun. It's been really neat to see all the behind the scenes work. I mean, I just went to the park and just thought like little elves came out and made everything nice and mowed the grass and kept all the trails nice and clean at the end of a really nice trail here at Muscatatuck. All the brush and weeds would be up one time and the next it's just perfect. There were no mosquitoes on me through there, so you guys have done an awesome job, and it's been fun to be a part of all the huge shift in staff and changes, and I mean, heck, we opened a whole other park.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, so yeah,
Gotcha.
good stuff.
Good deal. Okay, we already discussed master plan stuff. There's one other topic I wanted to discuss with office administration issues. Since I've been in the role, I've had multiple departments reach out. Like, people ask about, county discounts, county employee discounts for camping and stuff like that, which I said there's nothing going on like that. but I have had different departments want to use like the dining hall for certain things. I feel like I would waive the fee for other departments, because like recovery court's using the dining hall, EMT wanted to use it for something. When I spoke to Tracy Jones from EMT, like I would go confirm with you guys, I feel like we waive the fee, but still apply the deposit to ensure things get cleaned up and we get our key back. So that way they're not out any money, but we still have a deposit to make sure everything's taken care of. So, does that sound all right with you guys? I wanted to discuss it
I
before
think
I
that
put
makes
that in
sense.
place.
I think that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel it's best to work with the other departments, you know,
I like that idea, yeah.
because,
Mhm.
yeah, I know like the highway department's helped Greg out in the past and stuff, so I feel like it's our way to scratch their back.
Yeah.
No, I think that's,
And the
Yeah.
key thing, I think, is just a good practice to have regardless of who rents it. And that
Yeah.
way you have
Yeah,
that.
that's the policy for everybody else.
Yeah.
and- Yeah. So, okay. Good deal. Moving on, we just got a few items on the grounds. Yeah, the no climbing sign is gone again. So, I'll try to maybe get something, you have to replace it, so just let you know. We just found out, was that last week we saw that? Yeah, we walked down there, checked the trail, and it was just,
They updated on Reddit. If you type in Muscatatuck Park climbing, you will find it.
oh, really? I thought you were joking. So-
Everyone has like an Anon
Yeah.
account there, but yeah, it's on there.
I'm gonna look into
So,
it, I'm curious.
Yep. No, you'll find all that stuff there.
And when Alex and I looked at it, somebody came prepared, because like, they had to specifically, like, rig it so it would fit on this post, like, so it had bolts and screws, and it didn't get pried off, or broken off, or cut off. Somebody came with tools, undid everything, and it's a clean break, so to speak, it's just gone.
Wow.
But I'll look into Imagination Graphics and get another one. Made up.
That just may be something you will need to have a discussion with council or something about because that just seems like a very unnecessary expenditure.
Repeated expense.
It's
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we could put up a camera too, but that's still, I don't think that's gonna deter them 100%.
well,
Right.
then we have the the risk of having the camera stolen,
Yeah.
and that may be
yeah,
a little more expensive than a
Right?
sign.
They were out of sign and a camera,
Yeah.
so. Along those lines of Vinegar Mill, I spoke with Simeon Stearns. He, Brad, and I went down to the look. We're kind of going to match what the Next Level Trails did. Same pad, he's going to try to match the bench and just put a little bit further down, so we'll have two down there underneath the Hanish Wall to overlook the river.
Nice.
We're just in the early stages of that. We just met once and going from there.
Now, will that have a plaque on it or anything? Did you guys discuss that, or is
He
it just a
mentioned that.
bench?
Yeah, he
Okay.
said bench. I'm not opposed if he wants to put something either in concrete or on the
Mhm.
bench itself, but it didn't come up. We didn't discuss it. So, going forward on the Walnut Grove Schoolhouse, I put together a little packet, like all encompassing of what we're dealing with. So, the front page is the scope of work that I handed out to the different contractors, let them know what we're looking for. So that's what they were given. The next page, you can kind of see the condition of the schoolhouse. So, I know all the pictures are kind of angled. So that bottom right, that's the outside corner. You can kind of see where I had the guys fill in that whole corner with that expanding foam because the gutter doesn't work properly. So the water comes down and that was all rotten out. You could actually see daylight from the inside from that. The upper right hand, that's a horrible shot of Isaac on the roof. They put down a tarp to protect it. I couldn't get a good angle from the ladder. So we covered the roof from the top, prevent any more water getting in. On the top left picture, you can see where we had to patch the hole in the roof when the water was leaking coming down. And I realized I had a picture of, we have one of the rafters in the roof is completely rotten and split from where it leaks at too. So that's another concerning issue. So I just want to give you physical evidence of what's going on there. So it's not good the way my brain works. Like if we protect the roof, if we get the roof on, that's going to protect the rest of the investment. You know, whether we want to spend the money now, we need to. So there's the photos kind of proving what's going on. And then I did receive 3 quotes from First Choice Construction, Cova, and Harmon. Cova is $14,750. First Choice is $13,450, and then Harmon is $24,500. Considerably more. So wanted to clear with you guys, because one, I want to get approval to go ahead with it. I'm not sure how soon somebody can come and actually get to work on it, seeing as we're going into winter, but I'd like to get the ball rolling so we can get on who's ever scheduled to get it taken care of. You know, with grants, like I said, we're not available for grants for 2 years, there's no funding right now. And I took a look, and the schoolhouse is not on the National Historic Registry that I know of. Now, the one, like, my office is, but the schoolhouse does not show up on that map, so I don't think there's any funding available through that avenue. So yeah, first, just need to get approval to go forward, and then your guys' since it is non-reverting, you guys have to, I think, on you guys approve which bid you want to go with, so we can approve that from or that's my understanding.
Can someone tell me where is First Choice out of?
I think they're.
Oh, is it
It's a place
here?
Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've seen it.
If you look at the top. left,
Okay,
that's
yep,
the
sorry, I
address.
just,
'Cause I was thrown off. Business.
Signs.
When you had this. Get down.
I think. Apple Road-
Is that who's doing that?
Picked up. I think they were the lower bid, but they were comfortable enough to choose them.
Well, and if you look at their bid, it looks a whole lot more professional than the next bid. Like, I mean,
Agreed. Maybe. Right now, we don't get any. Like,
ask. See, like,
that's the thing.
using it.
The fee. It sounds, it doesn't make a. Take care of.
Yeah, it's hard.
I guess go with, once I found out it's like, you know,
it'd be worth and being rented. Not that I think it would be the campground type of moneymaker, but
sure,
I do think it would be up to code
yeah.
for that right now. But I personally think First Choice to me looks. I think they're. Yeah, I think they just look the best because I would just hate to spend the third quote money only.
Well, and here's the deal, they don't do small projects like that,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
I
Like,
think that's a lot of it.
I'd say
they're
that's
used to
it.
doing like
Yeah,
much
we're a
bigger
little
stuff.
below,
Yeah,
low
yeah.
out there.
Which is okay.
Yeah, they're a big outfit for sure. So, feel like first choice,
I mean, I've seen First Choice if the, especially knowing that like people who know something chose them to do some other
Right.
stuff.
Yeah,
They're $1,600 cheaper too. I mean,
okay.
that's like
we can use that money.
something breaking in the park, right?
Yeah, we could use that money though, that's right. But yeah, does anyone have any opposition to First Choice Construction? Do you want to make a motion to approve to go forward with the $13,150.
I'll make a motion that we approve the quote given by First Choice Construction for $13,450.
150.
150?
Oh, it's 450 in here.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
Did I,
Yeah, and it's okay.
Okay, I'm looking at the,
Yeah.
okay, I'm
So-
gonna go with the actual quote, 13,150.
yeah, sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
Okay.
It's in the good way, so we'll do
Yeah.
it.
I'm down.
Does anyone want to second the motion?
I'll second it.
Sam will second. All those in favor of First Choice for $13,150 for the repairs to the schoolhouse? Okay. None opposed.
I want to add, it doesn't get rented a lot, but I encounter a lot of people that come and take photos of it. We've had weddings where they take the photos in front of it. I've actually spoken with a handful of people that have come from out of town just to go down there and check it out, take pictures, and so it might not be a big renter, but it is a certain draw to it.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
a
I
cool
mean,
building.
I have
It's
seen
super cool.
people just wander around.
Yeah,
People
I
wander,
get it.
People
yeah.
just come out and just go check out historic things, and
yes.
I've spoken with a lot of people, and every once in a while, if you got free time, like, I can let you in and ring the bell,
Yeah.
everybody gets a kick out of that.
I think all the staff's good about that. If we see somebody like, hey, do you want access? We
Oh,
try
that's
to, let
awesome.
them in, you know.
So it is
Yeah.
popular, it doesn't get rented a lot, but it has a certain popularity to it.
Yeah, I agree. Some of the best photographers here in Jennings County, I mean, do a whole shoot day there.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of family pictures that have been taken there and engagement. And there is well, I don't know if we can ever charge for that, but yeah, I think it's worth putting the money into personally. I mean, it's another attraction to the park, and that's great.
Yeah, and it's right there in the front
It's
entrance.
right there by the
road,
parking.
like-
Yeah.
Well, and you want
Yeah.
to keep it up. I mean, you don't want it to look
No, no.
right.
So yeah, like I said, like you look at the master plan bullet points, like I put the schoolhouse and the William Reed home, which is the DC, as high priority, like that's, you know, because both of those buildings are historic and like both of them crumbling, like no pun intended, like just not doing great, so.
Okay, so you've got that, Seth.
Good deal.
That'll be good.
Thank you. Going forward on grounds, that covers Muscats. I got Eco, signs, I stopped by and talked with Shaw. They've done them, and, they're gonna try to get them completed by February, March, so we can get them installed by for the next on season. That's the plan.
Okay, nice. Hopefully, I will live to see those get done.
Yeah, knock on wood. Moving forward with equipment, again, we're still waiting on the plates for our new truck. Spoke with Amy Jump, she's the one that said everything, I guess, like information goes to 2 different departments and something got lost between the 2 departments, so she reached out to them and hopefully I should receive it in the mail here in the next month or so.
Okay,
Most crazy thing ever.
Yeah, I mean, we purchased that in March or April this year, and we still don't have plates, it's just, yeah. So, it runs though, so.
I was just saying, is
we'll
it
take
running
that.
and like doing
Yeah.
its like?
I think that, I'll take that over no plates. So, and then going forward, I just kind of jotted down some general things that, I want to do in the field and in the office. We've had some kiosk damage, actually the guys already finished all this, they worked on it today, so all the kiosks, they got busted, I don't know if people threw rocks or whatever, but we replaced the plexiglass. Still want to fix some of the eco bathhouse from the vandalism last spring. We had a ton of tree lines we got to work on, just where things keep overgrowing. And then, a good winter project every year, I have the guys, the crew always builds and repairs big picnic tables, something indoors, to stay warm and do and still be productive. For me, in January, I'm gonna try to start working on the year in review, kind of go over, you know, what each amenity brought in, all that kind of stuff, just a year in review. I wanna get a good hours of operation sign design for the splash pad instead of just a little, you know, cheapo printout. Since we have to establish the hours, I think something official would be good. Right now, I'm currently working on rewriting or transcribing our rules and policies, because I only had access to them PDF. So 1, I'm just rewriting myself to have my own copy, and 2, I can learn that way by typing it out. And then probably for the other board members, but we have a list of things that we want to add, and that is the park board's job to kind of approve policies. So once I get that all rewritten, I'll add stuff and highlight it and give it to the board for approval. So I'm gonna work on that. I'm researching a new reservation system, because that's our biggest complaint, is our online stuff doesn't work well. I had a meeting on December 4th with a company called CampSpot. We brought it up in the last meeting. They have their own app, so, yeah, I'm just in early talks with them. Not even that I'm committing to that, I'm just trying to research and see what's out there and see if there is a better option, so. And then lastly, I'm just gonna go over the whole website, make sure like, because we found out the board members' terms were incorrect and just eco information, stuff like that. I just wanna make sure everything on the website's up to date. So, that's kind of the winter goals there.
Darren just texted me back and he said, he texted Sean and was like, hey, how much did the city pay for the, and right around 40,000.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give or take either way,
Yeah.
but it was right around 40,000 is
Yes.
what they paid for our city park one, so
Okay.
that's good to
I
know.
feel like, I was thinking 50 was high, like, or average, so if we could get anything under 50, I think that'd be fantastic.
Agreed.
And work, I don't feel like that's too overpriced, 'cause, like, I was just saying, you could get.
I mean, I thought they did a
20,
pretty-
you could get extravagant,
Yeah.
so like, if you did 40, 50, I think that would be fantastic. So, and then lastly, the last packet, I know I gave you guys all kinds of paper tonight.
That's okay.
The first sheet is just our general budget, monthly transactions out of all our general budget accounts. I split it up to 2 pages because obviously it's the end of the year, so it's much longer than it normally is. And then the next sheet is just our monthly deposits for the month. So we brought in roughly a little over $9,000 for November. Then the next sheet is just our non-reverting ledger for the year. We started off with 151,000, and after I deposit November's, we'll be at 217. And we were scheduled to make about another 3,000 based off last year's numbers in December. So should be right around 220, which I like. I like having this much money because if we spend 40, 50,000 on that, we have that in reserve. Then we'll still have some more money to put, paying for the master plan is not going to deplete our resources. We still have funds to get to work. We can't pay for the master plan and then sit on our butt for 2 years to make money. So, and then the last one's just like a general non-reverting outlook. We're going to end the year with like 220. I put in the master plan for 50. We need a new mower next year. I budgeted high on the schoolhouse for the 23, so those numbers aren't exactly 100%, but just an idea of where we'll be at. And then right now, I think the last sheet is our non-reverting, like historical review. And as you can see, right now, after I deposit in November, we'll have already beat last year's number. So last year we brought in 130. After November, we'll already be at 132 that we brought in this year. So we'll be close to 135 that we brought in this year if we get about the same numbers as last year. So, and that is all I have.
Not too shabby.
No.
Okay, I guess the claim that we have already approved for the Walnut House, and we did already go, I guess Rosita is not here for any guest comments.
No, yeah.
Great. The next meeting will be January 27th of next year, here at the government building at 5:30. Does anyone have any questions, comments from you guys, anything?
I just want to point out, I'm still here petitioning for my bonus. It's now a year and 2 months. And also raised as well, I don't know if that conversation was had, you mentioned you're in, I'm not sure where we left off with that actually, but what is it? Conversation with the council maybe? But on our end, we brought that up, I had mentioned that I wasn't expecting to make the same as Paul. And we told him the same the next day, and he said, no, we're doing the same job. I think you should make the same as me, which is what you were kind of initially arguing. And I was saying, he's been here longer, or whatever. And Paul's 100% in agreement that he and I should make the same money. So obviously, I'm in 100% in favor of that.
So what I'm looking into is the stipulations via HR with how raises work. I do like to leave a paper trail of everything. I like to do everything right. And what I learned with even going and asking for the director's salary to increase is there is paperwork, and you have to look at other departments as well and look at the experience or longevity that they've been a county employee. So that's where I'm having a hard time, is because I cannot compare your guys' duties to any other department.
Yeah.
And other departments are very comparable. A lot of them have like just, certain admin jobs and things where they can compare to another admin job. And you guys being admin, maintenance, I mean, like, it's really hard. And I've also reached out to Clifty, and it's like 120 miles away from here. It's another similar park to ours, and I've reached out to them to see if they will give me like their hourly wages for their employees. And that's what I plan to take to Nikki. And Nikki's kind of my, how do I approach the council? Because this is all very new to me. And I don't know what all the council wants me to present to them, like what my best bet is going and asking them for more money. Because especially after the backlash they received after even just raising the salary for the director's position, that, mind you, had not been increased like other departments for quite some time. It was not great. So I am looking into that, and I've only received information from Clifty, which is really good because they are the most similar and closest. But I am looking at another park to see if they will give me something too. The hard part with Clifty is there's a ton of seasonal, so it's really hard to find someone who does your guys' job and has a comparable rate.
And Brown County, not quite the same, but
I thought about Brown County. It's just, I was told not to do Brown County. So I've looked at Clifty and another, and I'm just waiting to hear from, because like I told you, they just like to be approached with options. I would love to get you at a competitive rate. I would certainly love for you and Paula, if you are sharing the same duties, and if that's how the county works in terms of that's how we pay our employees, is how comparable their duties are, then we can go that route. My only concern is the years of experience. Especially because I know you guys will not all stay in your positions forever. Hopefully you will all move up and things like that, or there are positions added, but to hire back in, always having to think about, well, if that position comes open again, how will that hiring process look? How will that starting pay look? So I have spoken with some people to hopefully move forward with that. It's just hard, especially when everyone's crunching money right now. And I hate to admit that to you, to be honest. I want you to get your raise as well. I think you're very deserving.
I understand you're up against the wall to a degree, and I'm just advocating for myself because I'm also struggling. I'm feeling the inflation.
Oh yeah.
Do we know how the rest of the budget for this year works? Because I submitted it and I got feedback, and that's the last I heard. Is there another chance for me to review that or discuss, or is it final now?
My only experience with the budget is, and I still have it in my email, is they sent out like a timeline, and that timeline started back in August of last year, I want to say, or the year before that.
Yeah.
I can't remember, when you first came into it, the director position. But there was a full timeline, and there was, I think, maybe 2 months of a period of where you could go back to the council and ask for additional funds, and they would again approve or not. I have that email, and it came from the auditor's office.
Can you forward that? Because I don't have any
Yeah.
kind of information, any kind of timeline for budget. I'm just, whatever I get in my email, that's what I'm rolling with.
Well, and that's what they had verbally told us too at a meeting when we were talking about all this stuff. They were like, "Oh, when you get your budget back, then you have a chance to come back to us." Last
that's-
year,
I think you were
last year
there.
we didn't work right though because we didn't get the budget back till like January, and they're like, "Oops, the
Yeah.
timeline's already
And
done."
so, yeah,
And
that's
we're
why I
like,
thought, I
"What?"
just have another option to go and fight again. Or not
Oh, it's
fight,
so
but just
annoying.
Yes, you do get to make another comment on why you need this money or something,
Yeah.
or to reallocate, like, hey, you give us this money here, but really we could hear it
Because
here.
Tina Ellis told us that. Like she's
Yeah.
and she's
She-
the president. She told us at the meeting, that one of the really not very nice meetings we had,
My nice letter.
that she said that you'll get a chance to like rebut what was in the budget, because none of us had seen the budget. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like we had never seen any budget and it was turned in without any knowledge.
Yes.
So
I will shoot you that email or that document that I have.
Yes,
However,
please.
it is, I want to say maybe it's 2 years old now. I just cannot remember, but you'll
Still
see,
any kind of
you'll
framework
see
I
on
have.
there. And I know that that email or that piece of paper, while I think it was sent maybe from Nikki's office at HR, I believe it comes from the auditor.
Okay.
But yes, I still have that.
I can ask Sarah as well, maybe.
And I will tell you that even those dates, aside from maybe the deadline to have it turned in, I don't think they were able to keep up with any of those dates on that timeline. They were way, way, way behind, like I think a couple months behind of what they were supposed to be hitting. But yes, I will send that to you, so that you'll have that, and hopefully it'll do some good or help.
I'll reach out to Sarah as well and see if she has anything with that.
Yes.
Maybe going forward too, discuss, I'll maybe look at like rebranding our, their titles. Because right now it's just assistant 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, because I feel like he should be maintenance supervisor, and then Paula and Isaac should be whatever, just maintenance or whatever, not like 3 and 4, but like the same title, you know, making
Right.
people, because they are, yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah,
it would, go ahead,
I
sorry.
was just gonna say, I don't think there should be any distinction between that, and therefore, we would advocate for the same pay, for the same job.
With the bonus, what is the holdup? I'm just trying to understand. Is it just red tape?
You're talking about the one that he's reached out to?
The stipend,
So I personally don't know much about it, but I'll be honest, anytime I've asked for anything, like from the auditor, it's been hard. Like I came to a meeting with the council where the auditor was sitting right there asking for a credit card. It got approved. It took a very long time to get that credit card.
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I
getting
don't
your
know.
license plates. We have no idea, but government works the slowest I've ever seen in my
Yeah.
life.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if it's just new, maybe to someone in the office, how to do that, and they're trying to figure out how to do the paper trail or protocol for any of that. I am not sure. And to be quite honest, I remember seeing where all the money was allocated for this park board, and there were bonuses worked in that were just simply added on there. And I mean, the director just told us, like, gave the guys at that time it was $1,000, and that was just like, and on to the next thing. So I don't know. I didn't really think that it was something he couldn't just make a phone call about, to be honest.
My fear is that someone higher up is trying to shut it down or something, which, I'm guessing, I don't know the ins and outs of all this stuff the way you guys do.
Now, I don't think that there would be anyone above the park board shutting it down in the terms of the county probably doesn't even know who's above the park board, because if you look at our Indiana State Code, it's pretty gray on who is in charge of us. But I don't think anyone would be opposed to it. I think it's just sometimes a matter of who handles that. Like, nobody knows, because really there hasn't been a lot of asking from this department. It's very new to them. I remember going for the salary, like I said, it was like a whole new world. I just think maybe there's confusion or trouble maybe in the auditor's office on how to get you guys that, and maybe just not knowing how to give it to you. But I genuinely don't understand why it's just not given, because like I said, it was like, I can't think right now, I'm sorry. It was just like another thing on here whenever you guys received them before.
When I spoke with Amy, like, we discussed it, she's like, yeah, I can see her brain working, she's like, I'll do this and this, and yeah, that's not a problem. And then that's when I heard from Sarah, she's like, I gotta get approval or take this to the council for something.
That's always her response, and half the time it doesn't have to go to the council. It's so annoying.
that's
I had a
why
2-hour meeting about the signs one time.
I noticed a distinct pattern of us doing our part to meet in the middle and then just crickets.
And
on the other side. It's like,
And there also just is the reality of, we're not the only department that she deals with or anything like that. That auditor's office deals with. I certainly couldn't walk in there tomorrow and do their job. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I just want to clarify too. Sarah's been nothing but great to work with for me.
Oh, yeah.
She's been pleasant, helpful. So, yeah.
Good.
And like I said, I think it's just who deals with this or who handles this. I wish it was just as easy as us writing it for you guys, to be honest. So hopefully Amy can get back to Seth on that, and I hope you see those numbers go up on your next check. So,
I keep hoping, and nothing keeps happening.
yes,
It's very frustrating.
I understand. I just want to say thank you guys for how much you work. And I know wintertime, while it may seem slow, I know you guys are still putting in the same amount of effort and labor for the park, and it's been great. I see so many people. I just had a guy at the hospital. He was like, yeah, I circled around in my camper this park that's on the way here, and I'm like, I know that park. You don't have to go to Atterbury. Like, go there. It's great. So I think it's great, and I can't believe how much traction Eco has had. Like, that's really amazing. And you guys are split between 2 parks, but yes, hopefully Seth will be able to get maybe some communication on that. And
I will email Sarah. I'm off tomorrow, but next Monday get the ball rolling. I'll email Sarah about, yeah,
Hopefully they reach back.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think as was
Sarah and I
stated,
are both very, we both like talking in person instead of over email, so I can always come down here, I'll ask in person,
yeah, I feel like if there's any pushback about going to another committee or council, why? Because
Mm-hmm.
It's been approved. That's why I showed him too, like I gave all the documentation, like I highlighted the meeting minutes. When I submitted to you guys over email, like I copied your email saying you approved it, like I had 4 or 5 documents stating
I feel like you
everything.
definitely went above and beyond.
Yeah, I feel like I had all my ducks in a row to get it taken care of, so.
And I just want to relay to you that you can go into Indiana Code. That stipend that you are given, it is, I mean, it states something like that is handled by the park board. That's not something we have to go to council, commissioner, anything about. That's something this department says yes or no on, because we're not asking for additional funding. That's approved funding we already have. You've earned it and you should be given. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I brought it, that's why I suggested through non-reverting, like, that's
Yeah.
our money, it's not, yeah, it wasn't general budget.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel the sense of paranoia sometimes about those things, that there could be other things at work, but I hope not, and there shouldn't be.
That's right. I agree. Are there any more comments, questions, concerns?
Just a comment to thank the three of you, and I know
Yeah.
I'm barely a year in, and
Envoy,
without you guys' experience, I wouldn't be sitting here.
It is
so.
definitely in a much more organized, better spot right now.
Mm.
So it'll be a good thing for some new people to walk on, and maybe some old people. Like, I mean, one of the people on our list has done it before, so maybe
Yeah.
he'll come back.
Hope so.
He's a wealth of information.
Mhm. But thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
likewise.
absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Yes. Okay, well someone wants to make a motion to conclude the meeting at 6:36 p.m.
I make a
Jennifer
motion.
makes a motion,
And I'll
Sam
second.
seconds. All those in favor?
Anyone take really good notes, because I didn't. We all gonna have to come up with.
Enjoy your holidays. Enjoy your time off.
Flashback to
Yes.
when I
Thank you.
did notes the other day from.
Bill.
She was like, "There's no, that's what you wrote." It's like, meeting, I'm like,
What's that?
Nighting.
Is that